This is session 5 of the Chester Step Test seminars, and here we're looking at pre-test conditions. Well, firstly, pre-test health screening. There should be no medical contraindications to taking the Chester Step Test. Most people don't require a medical checkup. However, if you've got any doubts at all, that a participant should conduct a doctor prior to undertaking the Chester Step Test. Advice to testers really, there is always the slight risk that any form of vigorous exercise may reveal a health defect or weakness that may lead to injury, illness or even fatality. Therefore, if you have any doubts at all about the participant's ability to safely undertake the Chester Step Test, then do not contact the test and refer them to their GP for appropriate advice. There are typical physical activity health questionnaires that people are asked to fill in. The most popular one is called the PAR-Q, the Physical Activity Readiness Questionnaire. And this is fairly straightforward as a questionnaire to ask your subject, your participant. And the first statement in PAR-Q is, for most people, physical activity should not pose any problems or hazard. PAR-Q has been designed to identify the small number of adults for whom physical activity might be inappropriate, or those who have a medical advice concerning the type of activity most suitable. So, number 1, first question, has your doctor ever said you've heart trouble? Yes, no. Do you feel or do you frequently suffer from pains in your chest? Yes, no. Do you feel faint or have spells of severe dizziness? Has a doctor ever told you your blood pressure is high? Has a doctor ever told you you have a bone or joint problem such as arthritis that has been aggravated by exercise or might be made worse with stepping exercise? Is there a good reason not mentioned here why you should not follow an activity program even if you wanted to? And number 7, are you over 65 and not accustomed to vigorous exercise? And the statement at the bottom of the PAR-Q readiness questionnaire would be, if the person answers yes to any of the questions, vigorous exercise testing should be postponed and medical clearance may be necessary. In terms of pre-test conditions, the participant should not have eaten, smoked, exercised or drunk tea or coffee for at least 2 hours before the test. The participant should not be recovering from illness or have a cold or be taking beta blocker drugs that will lower the heart rate. The participant should be wearing loose-fitting, comfortable clothing. The room should be quiet, well ventilated at about 18 to 20 degrees centigrade. The participant should not have undertaken heavy exercise for at least 24 hours prior to the test. And, importantly, an appropriate risk assessment should have been made regarding the testing environment.